Hi, Emily. One of the things you'll learn about spreadsheets is like any program, you need to follow the syntax accurately and the rules for the formulas to work. So on your spreadsheet, which is called Class Gradebook, and I can see you have several individual worksheets here, which is great. This was the first gradebook that I showed you how to create your VLOOKUP table. And remember, the VLOOKUP table needs to start with the lowest value and go to the highest value in order for that function to work. It's just the rules of that particular function. So you have to start with 0% and go on up to the top level for it to work. Also, I created a named range, which makes it easy to just select that array of cells in my formula. As you know, a VLOOKUP starts with an equal sign. VLOOKUP is the function. It tells the formula to look up, take the values in this particular cell, which would be K7, and then refer to a named range, which I've called letter scores, which is the named range right down here. So I tell it to look at that particular range of cells. Let's go back to that letter score. And then return the value that most closely matches this value, but that is not higher than that value. Return the value in column 2, which is your letter scores. Okay, so that's the basic syntax of that VLOOKUP function. Let's go to this new tab that you created with grades. And you created a VLOOKUP table. First of all, what do you see that is wrong with this VLOOKUP table? Is it in ascending order? Does it start with 0% and go to the highest? No, that is a problem right here. And then you said you created a named range called letters. Let's see where it is. Your named range called letters is in worksheet grades, which is this worksheet. And it's from cells B16, which is right here, through C20. Well, there are no values, so that's why this particular formula would not work if you had that named range in this letter grade. Let's just go ahead and change this and call it letters. And we'll hit enter, and as you can see, it says did not find values because your letters table does not have any named range, doesn't have any values in it. So that's an issue. So we could go ahead and just keep this the same. We can edit it and change where the values are. But this is still incorrect. I notice you have a filter on here and that might be affecting it somewhat. We can take the filter off. Let's see here, turn off filter. So we've turned off the filter, but we still need to rearrange this. For instance, we need to go F, D, C, B, and A. Whoops. And then you need to change these values too. D is 60%. And C is 70%. And B would be 80%. And then, of course, A would be 90%. All right, so we have the VLOOKUP table. And if we just, let's go ahead and select, we'll cancel that. We'll select letters. And it's over here. Let's just go ahead and we'll select this and we can either copy and paste, or we can just simply edit this and we'll click that and we'll select these range of cells. Okay. And done. So now our letters named range are the correct cells and they're in the correct order. So now we'll just check. And sure enough, I remember I changed this one to your named range of letters. It works. And you can take the fill handle, copy it down just to make sure, and just double check the values, but everything seems to work just fine. So that was the main problem. You did not have this named range selected, didn't have the correct cells selected for your named range. And then this has to be in ascending order from the smallest value to the highest value in your VLOOKUP table in order for it to work. I hope this helps answer your question. Let me know if you have any further questions, and thanks for viewing.